John, from a territorial and offensive creation standpoint, the line of Cates, Lixell, and Couturier, three guys who maybe hadn't really played together, they look like probably your best line tonight. I'm curious what you thought of those three guys together.
They played well. They played well. The thing I take out of the game, it's 2 games in a row now that our third periods has been our strongest period. I thought we took over the game in Carolina. I know we give up a couple of goals in this period, but territorial and the chances, I thought it was a really good third period by the whole group.
How encouraged are you with some of these new defensemen coming in? That defensively, the last 3 games, it seems, you give up 6 back-to-back, and then the last 3.
Yeah, I think it's a little team defense. I think one of the strongest parts of our game tonight was supporting them by starting back with our back checking. I think it's really important with the changes of personnel and some of the youth back there that it needs to be connected. We've really concentrated on being connected defensively. I thought we did a pretty good job of that, but the young kids are, I don't see any nerves. Mistakes are made. Mistakes are made by their D too, but they go back out and play. So, high marks. That's a really good hockey team, obviously, and thought we stood right in there and played a really good third period.
Do you think that it was the fact that you have all the new faces on defense, guys trying to learn new systems, learn new ways that led to the goals against last week and the improvement this week, that guys are starting to get more comfortable?
Well, it's not like they're learning a new system. This isn't rocket science. This is just playing the proper way away from the puck. We certainly have made a point of emphasis. That has to be a big part of what we need to do first when we start thinking about offense with the changes that have been made on our back end. That's certainly been a point of emphasis. And it's not about changing our game. Point of emphasis is make sure we're above the puck to give ourselves a chance to play on our toes in the neutral zone. And for the most part, I think we've done a pretty good job of that.
You mentioned a lot about playing meaningful games in March. Over these last 3 games, you guys have played pretty much the gauntlet of the East, basically.
More coming.
More coming too to that. But when you guys avenge losses like you did, that you lost both to Toronto and Boston last week, and then you come back and have these performances, is this kind of the meaningfulness that you guys are having, those switches that you're immediately switching?
Well, it's just seeing how they react. And for me, it's not so much from a game last week to now, it's when we get scored on, they tie it. How do we play after that? We end up scoring a goal, then we get scored on again. How do we play after that? It's more of a closeness of reaction as far as the flow and the momentum of the game. And I thought we handled ourselves really well tonight.
How important is it to see Travis connecting back to scoring and just getting back to a little bit how he was playing before his injury?
Yeah, he's been fighting it a little bit. I think he's been playing really well, but those guys need to score goals. They need to see the puck go in the net. He's had some chances that he's missed, and I think that kind of doubles up on him because he cares. Really, it's a really important time for him, for me anyway, is him to lead the proper way. I think you need to be selfish as a player, and he is out of his mind on the ice half the time, but that's a big reason why he is the player he is. But I think he's got to find a middle road here, not to blow it up too much in his head, because he's got other people to take care of, and that's his team. When you're getting down to crunch time here, it's a really important time for him to understand that his actions can't hurt the team as far as being a distraction, and I think he's done a pretty good job of that. He gets on the ledge sometimes, but I think he's brought himself back.
John, does Couturier and Cates together kind of intrigue you a little bit, just with how similar and reliable they can be?
Yeah, I thought they checked well tonight. Yeah, and I thought Lixell. I thought the line played really well. I think Lixell is a guy that I see more and more. I see him. It's something that we're interested in as far as what he can be. I'm not really concerned. He's had some scoring chances too, but the other side of the puck, I think he's been pretty well. So all 3 of those guys, I'd start them in the offensive zone most of the time. They had some shifts against their top lines, and I thought they did a pretty good job.
You've talked about in the past, when you take a guy out of the lineup, you hope to get a mental reset out of it, and it brings more physical energy. I'm curious with Sean tonight, did you see a more energized player, a guy who was skating
Coots
better?
played well. Yeah, he played well.
You talk a lot
about the young kids on defense, but Eric Johnson, how much of a stabilizing factor has he been on the blue line for you?
Johnny? Yeah, I think he's gotten better each game. Coming to a new team, all that comes with it, and then right in the middle of what we're at. I thought it went slowly, but I think he's feeling more and more comfortable. Had some big blocks tonight. He's a veteran pro, really good guy for in the locker room, and he's long. He's in the way. So each game, I think he's gotten better. So it's really important in the situation that we're in.